Alright y'all, so today we are back on the Mazda, and hopefully this is the last video on this for a while. So the only thing left to do now is replace the passenger side wheel speed sensor. This is going to be the TRQ wheel speed sensor. My lower control arms are TRQ, my wheel bearings are now TRQ, and also the passenger side wheel speed sensor is also going to be TRQ. It just seems to be a solid brand, good pricing, and is available on Amazon, and normally can get it within 2 days. So I will have a link in the description. So on the passenger side, the wheel speed sensor is going to plug into the hub facing the rear of the car. So the only wire that you're going to see running this way is going to be the black and white wire there. What you see in the front is going to be the brake hose. Do not touch the brake hose. The black and white wire that is clipped is what you want. And right here, you can see where it plugs into the spindle, and that bolt you see is a 10 millimeter. And I had this out previously, so yours may require a little bit of force, but I did take this out previously when I did the wheel hub and everything. So give it a little wiggle, and it comes right out. Right there is going to be the first connection. If you take it on the side and squeeze it, it comes right out. Do keep in mind that this harness does come up, connects on the back, and then wraps around the strut to mount on the opposite side. Typically for this one, I just kind of do a little squeeze and pull type deal. If you have your inner fender liner in, this is going to be you got to take it out if you want to get it from the bottom. I think it's easier to get it from the bottom, and just like that. So you may need to just pop out the little clips and just move the inner fender liner out the way. Alright, just like that. Pop that out. And then we can now take this entire harness out, just like so. So let's compare this harness to our new harness, and let's make sure it is the same. And just in case y'all didn't see my other video, the only reason why I'm replacing this is because my new used axle threads were bad, so the axle nut was not tight. I drove it to take it to a shop, and in between that time, the wheel hub bearing basically came loose. And when it came loose, I guess it messed up my sensor. Oh, is it broke? Oh, that's why it's not working, because I guess when the wheel hub bearing came loose, it actually chipped a piece off of the sensor. So we got the new one and the old one, and you can see that the old one is missing a piece off, and that's why it's not working. But other than that, it worked fine. So it looks like everything is exactly the same. You can see right there that that piece is broke for sure. So that's why it was throwing all those error codes. So everything looks exactly the same. All the clips are roughly in the same position, so everything should fit just like factory. You can see that everything is oriented the same, then the same orientation as we move down the harness. Get out the way. So as you move down the harness, you have the clips in the exact same location, in the exact same orientation. So everything should fit up just like factory. It seems like the aftermarket one might be just a hair shorter, and the colors for the wires are a little bit different. So on the OEM one, you have white with blue. On the aftermarket one, you have white with black. But everything looks to be the exact same fit in everything. So this should fit up no problem whatsoever. All right. Now keep in mind for your your inner fender liner, you're gonna have way more clips than this. Your inner fender liner is gonna cover all of this and down here. Mine is missing; it got ripped off. So you're gonna have to take this clip off, probably that clip, probably this clip, that clip, probably that clip, and then you're gonna have like a couple of clips under here. You're gonna need to take loose too to get that inner fender liner off, because it comes all the way to right here, all the way across and up, and it's all one piece. Mine is shredded to smithereens, and like mine is 3-4 pieces right now. But getting to it from under here is gonna be your best bet, and it'll be a whole lot easier than trying to get it from the top. So let me get it on the ground, get the wheel on, clear some codes, go for a test drive, and hope that everything works. All right, y'all. Let's clear these codes real quick. Where's my OBD port? All right, so there's no. I'm sorry, I was at the wrong one. That should have been the ABS, not SRS. SRS is the airbag system. All right. So right front wheel speed sensor, which is going to be the driver side, the passenger side that we just replaced. Let's clear this out. All right, erase successful. All right, so let's go for a drive. Let's see if everything works, and let's see what happens. So right now you can see that all the lights are off. Let me do the tire pressure light real quick. Tire pressure initialized, and we have 266,000 miles, baby. So let's go for a ride. Let's make sure everything works, and let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, let me grab the wheel chock from behind my car. That will be important so I can move. Let's go for a trip on the highway. And hopefully the smart city and all that stuff would just start to work. Let me close my garage door. I always make sure that it closes before I leave. Put my seatbelt on while this going on. So before, I couldn't get not even 5 feet before the dash would light up and everything. So at least it's looking like it is actually picking up the wheel speed sensor. So that is good. All right, when I get to the highway, I will be back. But so far, everything is looking good, working as it should. You know what? I'm not even going to the highway. It's no point. I'm just gonna go right here. It's like a little 35 zone. Get up to about 40 and just see if the cruise control. So let me turn it on. Alright, so cruise control is on. No weird lights like before or warnings on the dash. I'm going to hit set. Oh, and we got cruise control, baby. So you see the set speed is, I don't know if y'all can see it, but 48, 50. Cruise control is working as it should. All the lights are off of the dash. So this car pulls out in front of him, we're gonna see if the smart city braking works. But everything should work. So hit the brake, cruise control cancels. Or in my case, is the Mazda radar cruise control. I don't think on my 2014 GT with both text packages, I don't think that I have the option to use cruise control that does not involve the radar. I think later years you can, but mine you cannot with it being the first year. But yeah, cruise control on. Set it, light is on, cruise control is working. So on this car, even when I go down hills, it will automatically brake to maintain speed. So whether I'm uphill or downhill, it will maintain the exact same speed. So yeah, it is working as it should. So I will be back when we get to the house. As you can see, all the lights and everything are off. Like I said, that red triangle is for the E-loop. I think my capacitor is messed up. But hey, I'll be back when we get to the house. Man, that core sport axle mat sounds good. All right, y'all, and that is all she wrote for today. So the wheel speed. So if you have any issues where your cruise control is not working, if you have smart city, smart braking, and it's not working, I don't know why the check engine light was on. I am not sure. I don't know why the wheel speed sensor would have your engine check light on. Because even when I plugged my scanner up, it didn't have a engine code. It only had the code for the wheel speed sensor. So while the check engine light was on, I don't know. Everything else makes sense. Smart city braking, cruise control, TPMS, all that makes sense. But the check engine light for the wheel speed sensor does not make any sense whatsoever, especially when it did not have a engine code. But whatever, it is solved, it is fixed. I think that wheel speed sensor was like $33, $34, $35 on Amazon. Got here in 2 days, put it on, matches the factory harness, identical, just a tad bit shorter, maybe like a 3/8 of an inch shorter, but that made no difference on the install. Works perfectly. Reset the codes, we're good to go. We're gonna see if I get another smart city braking warning in the morning. Matter of fact, let's see now, because it still had the smart city like check or whatever popped up. Okay, well, yep, it's still popping up. So smart city braking inspection required. Why that is still up there, I don't have the slightest idea, but it is. Oh well. The only time I've used the smart city braking system was, well, the only time it's actually kicked on is when I'm at work and I come to the gate for my parking deck, and I guess I'm going too fast when I get to it, and it'll jerk it. But no homo. But outside of that, I've never had the smart city braking system actually have to work because I don't be that close to people. But yeah, that's all I got. So hopefully, if you're watching this video, you're having these issues, and hopefully that solves your problem. Something you can have a very low mechanical skill, and as long as you can jack the car up properly, get the wheel off, you can replace it. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. You got a 10 millimeter, and you can use like a screwdriver to get those clips out. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you break the harness because it's more than likely already messed up anyway. But yeah, like everything you do, think, build, enjoy. It is late. I gotta work tomorrow. It is 10:45. Peace.